What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me switch cameras. What's up? What's up? What's up? We are reacting. Share this with the homies. All right, tap in. We all out. All right, I'm welcoming my guys in. So we just wanted to react to the Cowboys game before this next game starts. We probably got like 20 minutes, and that's not a whole lot of time. But my guys from the Hotbox, so we can get in here. The Hotbox is a live streaming platform that we've been doing, to talk about sports. Normally, it's facilitated with my guy Styrofoam Ralph. But we got to talk about this Cowboys game. I'm trying to let my guys get in here, and we're going to get right to it. But go ahead and put what your thoughts were. If you watched the game, I need to know what your thoughts were. I want to know how you felt about it. I see my guy in here. What up? What up? What up?
What's happening? What's happening?
What up, 2-5? You already know. You all know. My Zoom is not working right now. So let's do that right there. Let's slide this over.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this Detroit Rams game.
Yeah, this should be a good game. But before we get to that, let's recap what happened in the Cowboys game. I'm gonna let you go first. Guests always get the first dibs on what's going on. So, what did you think happened in that Cowboys game?
Straight up demolition. Like I know that the chat was going crazy with the Dak slander and everything like that, but I'm gonna start with Micah Parsons. One tackle, one assist, and the most notable thing that he did all day was run off holding his arm. Aaron Jones. I was talking about it the other day. He averages 6.6 yards a carry whenever they played Dallas. Today, 6.1. 19 carries, 115.
Yeah.
Romeo Dubes, 6 catches, 151. It just looked like a whole lot of practice going on out there for the Packers. So
yeah,
I don't know if the Cowboys weren't prepared, but this is sort of how their season ends every year.
Yeah, I think you hit on a lot of great points in terms of the statistics, in terms of the way people showed up on the field. I definitely do not think anybody, and I want to be very clear, like anybody that's coming out like, oh, I knew this was going to happen. You're lying. I've been listening to sports talk all day. I've been watching the preview shows all day, and nobody was like, yo, the Cowboys are going to come here and run them off. The Green Bay Packers will come out here and run them off the field. I think they came out. The Cowboys came out very lackluster. In that, Green Bay had the ball and they walked down the field that first drive. That first drive was an indicator that something here, like they weren't running the ball great. They got a couple breaks. I remember on the first drive, I want to say that's when they had the holding call, the illegal touching call on the third down. And that extended that one time. But outside of that, they had no problems moving the ball at all. And we also saw that when the play was breaking down, the Cowboys were, the Packers were Jordan Love was easily finding open receivers down the field. Like it was not hard at all. It was extremely too easy. The Cowboys come out. They didn't get a 3-and-out, but they did. They ended up punting that first drive. Packers get the ball back. They punt back again. They punt to the Cowboys for the first time. And that next drive is when Dak throws that first pick. The way that ball was thrown, it was thrown ahead of, I want to say it was Brandon Cooks. It was thrown to the receiver in the corner was fighting for the ball. Jair Alexander makes a really good play on the ball.
Right. You just got to
and makes the pick. I wouldn't say that was a terrible. I wouldn't say that was a terrible throw by Dak. Now that second throw, that was a terrible throw by Dak. That was him. He thought, because he had the corner covering, but he didn't see the linebacker on the inside just waiting for it. Like he was right there, bro. And so that was a great read, but also just Dak didn't see the whole field in that one. And really at that point, that's when the Cowboys they ended up going down 20-0, not 21-0, because they missed the extra point.
Right.
But from that point, really the route was on, and then they scored another touchdown to go up 27-0, which definitely just made Like it made it impossible, like virtually impossible. We saw last year we saw 27-7 the Jags come back. But unlike the Chargers, the Jags, unlike the Chargers last year, the Packers kept their foot on the gas, kept coming out and driving the ball down the field. And also, unlike the Jags game last year, if you remember last year, the Jags game, which is what I thought was comparative. Last year, remember Justin Lawrence threw those 4 picks in the first half. Outside of Justin Lawrence throwing those 4 picks, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, not Justin Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence threw those 4 picks in the first half, but Justin Herbert was not having a great game. He was just dominating on field position. Jordan Love was getting the ball and making long drives that entire first half. So it was bad. And then like what's interesting and sort of where I want to spin it forward is what happens now. Because Mike McCarthy was 12-5 the last 3 years. Early departures for the Cowboys the last 3 years. And this was a NFC. Like I said, at minimum, they needed to make it to the NFC Championship to justify it. To justify this year. And they didn't do it. So what do you think, Mike McCarthy? What's going on?
It's time to clean house. The definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Now, I'm not saying that Mike McCarthy is a bad coach. I'm not saying that Dak is a bad quarterback. For some reason, something's just not working. And they gave up Zeke, because they thought it was time. Now they don't have a running game. They brought in Brandon Cooks, who was supposed to take some pressure off of CeeDee Lamb. But it doesn't look like that's happening in the way that they envisioned. They went and got Stephon Gilmore, and he got torched on the play today. So I think it's just time to clean house altogether.
And Dan Quinn's probably about to take the job in Seattle.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Most indicators are showing that he's going to go. At least he's going to go after the job in Seattle. Right. And there will be coaches up for grabs this year. The question again is, what were the expectations for the Cowboys?
I think
if their expectations were that this was as far as it was going to go, then cool, you stick with it. You go 12-5. But if the expectation was at minimum we make it to NFC Championship, losing like that in the first round at home is unacceptable.
Yeah, I think internally their thought process had to be get to the Super Bowl. For one, they're the Dallas Cowboys, and that's the mission every year. Last year, the last 2 years, their season ended at the hand of San Francisco. The first year, we talked about it the other day. Dak ran the clock out, forgot to give the ball to the refs. Second year, Tony Pollard got hurt. I don't want to do the excuse thing, but in your mind, if you're a Cowboy fan or a Cowboy player, you can easily say, hey, if Tony doesn't go down, we have some momentum.
Right.
They lose that game, and then you're seeing your division rival Philly playing the NFC Championship game against Tennessee. Against San Francisco, the team that beat you the year before. San Francisco gets to the NFC Championship game. It's time. It's just time.
I definitely think so.
Well, it was kind of similar to what I was saying about Buffalo, whereas the game they had in Kansas City 2 years ago, the 13 seconds. They changed the overtime rules and everything because of that game. So if you're Buffalo, you look at Kansas City as that's our hurdle.
Yeah.
So anybody else you feel like you can beat. So
you should beat them. Pretty easily.
So for me, if I'm a Dallas fan or just somebody in the Cowboys locker room, San Francisco was the only team. That has our number. Everybody else we should beat.
And I would say San Francisco was the only team that would have been an acceptable loss.
Right, I agree with that. Yeah, because even Philly, like Philly has the talent, but with all the turmoil that they have going on, if you lose to Philly, it's really bad. Yeah,
man. Like I'm like you said, I'm also interested. Did the Rams Lions game started already? All right, cool. So I want to dip out and go back and check that out and come back on probably. So I wanted to get on here and get some reaction, bro. I wanted the other guys to get in here, but I know that they were watching the links to see what was going on there. But if you aren't already, make sure. Plug sports reports.
Sports Reports is ordered. Coming at you on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 25 Daily on YouTube just about every day. Check us out. Me and Mr. Logical, Raphael Rutley. Two vets, no gimmicks.
Yes, I didn't know y'all was on every day.
No, I get on and do some solo stuff.
Oh, word. Okay, cool. Shoot me the link. I'll check you out.
For sure.
Word. And of course, y'all know me, ReZsaun Lewis, aka Real Talk of ReZsaun, aka Pursuit of Forever, aka whatever I'm doing at the time. Hotbox will be on tomorrow nights at 7 p.m., probably 6:30, 7 p.m., depending on what time, what the game looking like tomorrow. But come on, we'll be reacting to the games that happened today. We talk about a lot of dope stuff. We get into a lot of sports stuff. But y'all gonna love it. If you haven't watched it yet, check out the whole squad. Shout out to Styrofoam Ralph. Shout out to
Dallas Mike, Jay Lethal,
and Mr. Logical. We wait on Mr. Logical to join us.
Yeah, we waiting on Mr. Logical to jump in the box. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And just to let you know, Detroit's already at the 30. Peace.
Hold on, Mike in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on. Okay.
About to get out of here, but we got Dallas Mike just joined us.
Hold on. Okay.
Just about to get Mike. Turn
the man, the myth, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
Mike, turn your speaker down. All right, there you go. All right, introduce yourself, Mike. We'll give you a good 10 minutes, bro.
Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I've been trying to work on this just y'all went live. Hold on, give me 2
seconds.
Oh,
word. Okay, all right. So this is my guy here, Dallas Mike, straight out of Richmond. My guy, VA is in the building. He's gonna talk about. He is our resident Cowboy fan. He's the one that does definitely show up, win or loss. I got to give him props for that.
Sure.
Doug, what was your reaction to what happened today, man?
What up, man? It's your man Dallas Mike. But I feel like, man, y'all hit it on the head. I didn't disagree with nothing y'all said. I mean, I don't think that we should let McCarthy go. I don't think nobody's better at this point that could really enhance Dak's game. I don't think that. I think they have a good cohesiveness together as a coach, quarterback. They kind of understand each other. They kind of know. I think McCarthy knows what Dak's like to do. So, and he's good at doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think that, again, it's a defense, man. Like, we don't have enough talent in key positions like linebacker. Like,
linebacker for sure.
You have to move Micah back to linebacker. Like, that's the first thing I'm doing on defense. It was cute little experiment. He had his little, a couple games we had flashes, but he's not a defense end. He's not an every down defense end.
How about
tackle
your coaching staff? What happens with Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn probably will leave. I feel like Dan Quinn has been making magic. He's been basically putting things together with less talent. Like, you have no linebacker. You have Clark. You have a guy we converted from a safety to linebacker, and Marquise Bell, and you have 3 safeties: Lee Hooker, Wilson, and Curse.
Are there any coordinators that you got your eye on?
Belichick, if he wanted to be our coordinator, I probably won't be. But to me, I feel like he's the one I would eyeball, or either Minnesota's coordinator.
Oh, Brian Flores, yeah.
Flores, yeah. I mean, I like both of their style because it's aggressive style. Like, but I mean, it remains to be seen. They probably might go get Rivera or something. I mean, to me, the Cowboys don't want to win a Super Bowl. I'm convinced of that.
Wow.
I've said that numerous times. I want to win a Super Bowl. I think we can win a Super Bowl, but I don't think Jerry Jones thinks we can win a Super Bowl. Especially if he cleans house. That just showed me you don't want to win a Super Bowl.
Wow.
You don't bring like key guys. We could have easily signed Hopkins and Cooks. Had enough money. Had $26 million on the table. We just left on
and real quick, we got a 2nd and goal at the 1 for the Lions.
Dang, they jumping out there like that. They invite kneecaps early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy work.
Now the question is, do they get stalled on the 1 and decide to go for it on fourth and
well,
one?
we're about to find out. It's 2nd and goal right now.
Touchdown.
But yeah.
Is it Jameer?
It
looks like Montgomery.
Of course.
Yeah.
Free Jameer Gibbs, man.
Yeah, he's always still in his
I think Montgomery.
Montgomery got like 13 touchdowns this year.
Oh my God.
He's still on the goal line.
Free Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, Montgomery's number 5, right?
Yeah, Montgomery's number 5.
Yeah. That's Montgomery. Yeah. But no, I was telling Residente here, like, I think at this point for the Cowboys, and obviously I'm a Commodore fan, so it sucks because I try to be as fair. I try to be as fair as I can be. But but for the Cowboys, San Francisco is the only team that you look at and you're like, they should challenge us, or
Yeah.
they're on our level, or we're right there with them. They're a little bit better right now, but we're right there with them. Everybody else is not here with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. But apparently
Yeah.
I was wrong. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, to me, I feel like every year they just get it's something we're showing on tape. They just getting out schemed.
Yeah.
When it comes to either on offense, like those guys were jumping a lot of routes. They knew exactly what we were going to do.
Yeah. I was saying that in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard Dak say like we wasn't going to change anything up. Bullshit. You
You got
wasn't
to.
game plan.
You got to.
Yeah.
You have to change it as a playoff. You can't do anything. You can do a couple wrinkles. You do things that you're really, really good at, but you got to. I didn't see any creativity from the offense. I've seen a lot of the same, play action, throw it to the flats, square ends. I've seen a lot of slants. I mean, it's the same thing to me, same route combination.
Well, I thought maybe it's LaFleur. He hasn't lost to the Cowboys yet, but coming into this game, I was like, but he don't have Aaron Rodgers now.
Yeah.
Like as good as Jordan Love is, he's still not Aaron Rodgers.
And their defense didn't look that good all season.
No, they didn't.
They gave up 30 to Carolina.
Yeah, that defense has not looked that good all season. So the fact that they came out and looked like that against the Dallas offense that had been humming.
But you got to think.
I want to say they came in like number one ranked offense in the nation.
You got to think though. Like even last year we played the Packers, they did the same exact thing. That's what it showed me. Out scheming us. They literally knew how to they took Lamb away last year the same way. They played over the top and dropped the linebacker. They just bracketed him basically. Put a bunch of guys by him and got physical with him. And it was like, you don't want the ball.
Let me ask you this: if you're Dak, what is your takeaway from this season?
I think that Dak had a really good year. I just think he knows that you could tell even when he's talking to Lamb, you just need another guy. You need multiple. This is a league of we don't have any speed on the outside. We need some more size and speed. You throwing to guys who are under 6 feet, basically 6'3", 5'8". Tolbert's like 5'8", 6'1". These guys, you need guys who are bigger, who are more athletic. It's a million guys that go in the league. I mean, every single year in the draft, and we don't go get one of those guys.
Yeah, and you don't want Tolbert on the field, right?
Yeah, Tolbert he just do bonehead shit all year. Holding calls, being offsides, not getting lined up. It's just dumb stuff, man, because he's inexperienced. A second-year guy who last year didn't get any burn. You try to give him a burn this year, he's not good. And again, schoolmaker, don't get out of bounds at the end of the game. The game was already over, but I'm just saying. You drafted that guy in the second round, bro. Monty Smith wasn't on the field. You just wasted a first-round pick and a second-round pick. These guys are not on the field. You got Higgins and Neville Gallimore, who are rotation guys. They're getting more burn than your first-round pick.
It might be time to go get Derrick Henry.
I just don't think they're that good over a course of the time frame. Like none of these guys we drafted played at all at a high level. None of our draft picks. Otis was hurt.
Otis asked, "Do you think?" And I know Mike's answered this because we've talked about this many times before. But he said, "Do you think the owner is in the way of success?"
You can let them know how you feel, Rez. I'll go.
No, I know, like as a Cowboy fan, I know that you feel like Jerry is definitely in the way. And I would have said in previous years for sure. I think Jerry has done the best he knows how to sort of let go of the reins and let other people get involved in the football decisions. I think he's doing a better job of it now than he has done since any time before the Jimmy Johnson era.
I give you that.
Right. I think that's the last time we saw him give up this much of the control of the personnel and stuff like that. Yeah. But I still think he got a ways to go, and I think he has to trust the football people around him. It sounds like a few of the decisions that he's made in the last few years have been more influenced by the people around him as opposed to him making it himself. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's in the way. I think he's trying to get the bad juju off him because he finally let Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor.
True.
I feel like that's one step in getting it right.
You're right.
Well, I think he just need to move out the way. He P. Diddy all up in the videos. Right. Like every time the Cowboys lose, Jerry's reaction. During the week, a lot of coaches have their like coach shows or whatever, at least in college. Jerry have his own show. Like he's the only dude in the league, the only owner in the league that I know of that gets on the radio every week, arguing with fans and doing all this kind of stuff. So, and then when the Cowboys lose or when these big games happen, that pressure comes in because all of America is like, yo, Dallas, you're going down, or how y'all gonna blow it this time? And most of that is because Jerry's face is always in the way.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I think a lot of times he doesn't understand when he just talking to talk. Like when you come out and say, "Hey, we're not going to re-sign Amari Cooper," that makes that the league is going to say, "Okay, well, you're not going to re-sign him, then we're going to wait till you release him." So that means your value of that player is brought down. So that's like you trade that guy to the Cleveland Browns for a 5th round pick. Because you're just talking too much. It makes no sense. I don't even understand why he think that type of level of GMing is gonna help your team. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna hurt us when you say, "Oh, well, this week I think Dak should run the ball more. This week I think Pollard should run." So you just telling the team.
But you're not. But you're not
Thursday. What our game plan is? Yeah, in this game we're gonna get the ball to Pollard more.
Yeah, nah, he can't do that. Like that's the stuff he has to let go of.
Like
like he should not be like that's a coach's job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a coach's job, and you're undermining your coach. But yeah, man, I didn't want to be on here too long. I just wanted to jump on and react to the game. Of course, I wanted to also know like when Cups can't get the link out because sometimes he is busy. We can come over here and do it over here. You know what I mean? Like spread the word. Mike, you got anything they can follow for you? Anything you want to put out there?
No, I'm good.
All right, word. You in the VA area, you need a DJ, holla at Mike P. He is a DJ in the Richmond, Virginia area. I don't know how far he travels, but he'll get your party jumping. All right, y'all know who I am. Y'all know what we do.
Yeah, now I will DJ a gig though. But other than that, I don't have anything else I'm promoting right now.
All right, my guy. Well, I appreciate y'all. We will talk tomorrow night.
See y'all in a little bit.
In the Hotbox.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Love.
All right, my guys.